Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do an art journal page for beginners. Very simple. First, I want to welcome everybody that is new to my channel and say hello. I'm so happy that you're here. Oh geez, all the videos that you guys are watching, I'm just so thrilled with. So I figured let's start with art journaling, and let's start with some simple tips and to get you started. Now I'm going to show you a few pages in my art journal, and they're mostly very simple because I don't like to put a lot into my art journal. I know a lot of people do beautiful, beautiful art journal pages. I like to have fun and not overthink it too much, I guess. I'd rather do a canvas with all that energy into it. But I mean, it depends. So this is from Tim Holtz, you know, those little characters that you get. I love those little characters. And I just did little wings on both of them because I'm pretending like they're conjoined. And all it was I did, you can see I took some blue, green, I don't know what color that is, orange, some yellow, some blue. I think these were the Tim Holtz, you remember when he had the paint in the distress paints or whatever they are, the squeezies. And I mean, this is how simple. And then I took a stamp with a dark blue and stamped it all over, and then I glued them on, and then I just did bloop bloop. You could see it even peeled a little bit. This was done years ago, but you could see. And then I took a stamp, a word stamp, and put white paint on it, and just kind of dabbed it ever, you know, here and there, and you get this really great art journal page. Some are just crap because I like to play. Another one, the little dog, and very simple, very simple. I just like to play. This I showed how to make you have a extended out. Yep, wait, let me fix that real quick. My autofocus is on. No, thank you. Okay. I'm so sorry. You know, I just sewed it with a needle and embroidery thread. Very simple. And there's a million ways to do this. And then you have like this, you know, for your art journal if you want. This one, a bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. Very simple die cuts and a little butterfly. And look how pretty. This one, I have a bird and a tree. Went a little crazy with the glitter, but hey. And then sing your own song, and then imagine and inspire. Like, you know, so I wanted to make this a little Asian kind of looking. I don't know what's politically correct anymore to say, but with the red and the black and the gold and, you know, that kind of thing. You know, so I love it. It's, you know, practicing drawing on here with one flappy boob right there, which is always fun. This one I did with puffy paint, and then I just did the heart. I wanted it very grungy, disgusting, broken heartish kind of thing. I live in my own head, so to me things make sense. This was it's upside down, but this is I did a painting where I used only black India ink and a little bit of red, and I like phased it out on here before I did the canvas. I don't know. I think this was bought. Somebody bought it. This is where I took a transfer with some Mod Podge and did a reverse transfer with it just to show how it worked. Same thing with here. Same thing with here. This I was playing Live Your Life in Color, and just throw some colors down just to relieve stress. This I was practicing doing a facial. I'll be painting over this. You could see this is a very abstract where I just did these little blobs of color and took lids to things because I love lids, and put in black different sizes, and then did that. It's one of my favorites. Very simple. Practicing playing with faces. Another face upside down, but you see it like that. Let's see what else we hear. Love yourself, stamping. Must writing my kidney stuff down, don't ask. Probably called, the doctor probably called when I was on here. This, big moment. And this is just one of those clips that have the metal bloopy on the other side that you open up. I can't think of what they're called right now. All right, which way you go, Cal? This way. And just playing around. I'm not going to go too far into it. This is my homemade texture paste that I did with some color to make it like a watercolor, like a sky type thing with the, and I make my own texture paste at times. Again, I used that texture paste for hair here. I did a background. Remember when you're doing in your, started a face here that I'll have to finish that, and then just really playing, you know. I don't think there's anything significant left in here. This is Crackle with white school glue, just some things down, a chocolate chip recipe because why not? So that is a flip through. Now we're gonna see, I don't know how long this is already. I don't know, I'm just going with it. Okay, 6 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm out of it today. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. See, look at this. This is just smushy watercolors. I mean, come on. Okay, so let's just go to a page. Let's do this one because I could probably, this has just a stamp on it from God only knows what. Now let me show you these. Now, I'm kind of melancholy today for a million reasons, but one of the reasons is that I lost a very good friend of mine, Marianne McMillan, and a lot of us know her, and she was so supportive and so just a wonderful lady. And every time I used these, she loved these. Every time she went out and bought them, she used them when she was doing her videos, and every time she was like, I love those, I love those. And these you find on Amazon, and what they are, and I'll link it down below if you're interested. If not, use what you have. But these are very good, especially for people who are sometimes in bed or bed bound, couch bound, not feeling well, want to use, you know, whatever, because they do this. And you have all these colors, right? You have your reds, your oranges, your greens, your blues, your purples, black, white. So you have the whole gambit here. Now what's great with these is you can use the water pens. And I don't think I have any of my water pens sitting here because I have them over there to pick which ones I want to keep over here. So that'll be another day. But let's just play for a minute. I'm just going to take a paintbrush. And it doesn't matter, you know, whatever paintbrushes you have. This one has a lot of dry glue on it. And I'm going to wet it, and let's do some blues today. I'm kind of like blue and that kind of thing. So let's start with, I'm going to take some white first. And what I'm going to do is, now you can gesso if you want. I'm not going to gesso because I'm going to take this white, and I don't know if that black's going to smudge or not, and I'm okay. You can see I make a mess. If you don't want to use watercolor, use your regular acrylic paint. It's no big deal. I haven't had these out in a minute. But the reason I want to do this, come on now, baby. There we go. Because when I put my colors down, I don't want them to be as dark. So if I go in with, let's go in with this blue. Now remember, these are watercolor. These are not acrylic, so they're not going to be opaque, and they're not going to be like in your face necessarily. But I love just doing stuff like this. And look, beautiful. Now the darker, the less water, and the more I go in like this, you could see it's darker. So you really can get a great, you know, variety of color. I'll go in with a little bit more white and go over it. You don't have to do this part. I just like kind of blowing it around. I'm gonna take some green. What the heck isn't letting me? Come on. Okay, let's do this light green. I am all about like yellow greens. Oh yeah, look at that. If you want to, I always do like how to make your watercolors, you know, not smudge or permanent. If you want to see that, let me know. If you've been on my channel, you guys know I've done it a million times. But if you're new and you're like, oh, I'd love to see that, then let me know. And you see how you're just adding some color in there? It's hard to see that green for some reason. I don't know why. I can see it perfectly here. Let's go a little darker because I want you to be able to see. Can you see that a little bit better, maybe? Maybe because it's light? I don't know. All right. And something fun I like to do is to take a paper towel, take my water bottle, or, you know what's even better? Alcohol. Do I have my alcohol sitting here? Or did I dump it out? It's right here. This is always fun, too. I have 90% alcohol in here. Look what happened. Now, it could have been a little bit wetter, but it already kind of dried. But you can see it's going to separate. I know it's hard for you to see. I hate that. Let's see if you can see it a little bit. It's hard to see that green. But anyway, what I like to also do is when it's wet, water or alcohol, whatever you got, I like to lay this on it. Paper towel. Use a towel, use whatever you have. Just do a gentle and then lift up. And what that's going to do is going to help you dry a little quicker. Sometimes, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Let me try it here. And then I'll lift it up because this is a dark piece right here. So I'm going to wet that and then I'm going to go in, give it a squeeze. And what it does is it kind of lifts up, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, and makes like a pattern with your paper towel. Like it really is cool, but that's all right. We don't need to do that. Okay, so you see this. Now, what I did was I brought over a couple of my little paper pads. And I mean, I really love this. But what we can do, this is going to be very, very simple. I'm just going to take this just to kind of show you. And I like to rip. I don't like to necessarily always cut. If you have like those fancy scissors that make the different cuts, those are great. And I'm going to rip. And I'm not worrying about that too much, but I want different sizes, different kind of looks. I want the color coming through, kind of like this, but you know what? I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to take a glue stick. You can use Mod Podge, but I want to be a little quicker today for y'all since I'm talking so much. I'm going to push this back. I'm going on. And these are archival, these glue sticks. Make sure you look if that worries you. I just buy whatever's on sale. And these happen to be on sale. So I bought them. And I'll make it go right there and then push. And remember, this dries clear, so the purple just helps you know when it's dry. Okay. If you want, when you're done, you can definitely go over it with Mod Podge. You know what I mean? A little bit more. Make sure you get those corners. And I like this on the bottom. I wonder if I brought you in closer, if that would help. Maybe this will help. Let's see. Let me know now at 1440 if this worked better, closer. And I'll go in here. And why I like using glue sticks with these too is because this has texture. And sometimes when it has texture and you go use your glue, your Mod Podge, whatever, it can like take that away and kind of flatten it. And you can always bring it back, but sometimes I'll like lightly sand it when it's done just to get that back. But okay, you can make it as straight as you want or as Kelly as you want. The new thing, making it as Kelly as you want. All right, now I have this piece, but I want it to be, and all I'm doing is making like an abstract art journal page. I'm not going too fancy. I'm not going all in. This is sitting and playing. You take as much time, put on your music, and take as much time as you want. Maybe you want to go in with a different color. Maybe you're like, you know what, I'm kind of cool with this. Now I like this because and this is just the way my brain works, my head, but I'm liking it because I have these different colors and patterns, and then this is in here, and then these colors, and then you have patterns here and this sticking out. So let's see what else we have for now. Okay. Oh, that would be pretty. That has some purple in it. Oh, that would be a little too big. Kind of like that. I know. You guys are like, what? Because art journaling and art should be fun, and you're not always going to sit down and do a masterpiece, and you don't always want to sit down and have to like think. At least I don't. Sometimes I just want to sit down and play and make something. Like I said, for me, and I love the white contrast. I love, you know what I mean? Like, I just love it. What do I have on the other side of this? Oh, it must be, yeah, the texture paste. I'm like, why is it doing that? And we're not done. I'm going to add a little bit more color, but I need something down here, or do I? I think I do. What about if I do just like a little random, yeah. Now, let's say you get to this point and you're like, I'm not digging it. I don't like it. Okay. Let's just say you do. See, I like it. I'm debating in something here, but we'll see. I'm going to see how the drips go. At this point, you could take your Mod Podge and you can put it all over it. And this becomes a second layer, and then you can just keep working on top of it. It's up to you. But for now, I think I'm going to go in with... I'm going to try some yellow here. And if a green comes up, I don't care. I want to suck it up. All this yellow. Oh, some green, yeah. And I want it to really suck up the color. And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to touch it up here and just kind of see if I have enough water in there yet. Might need more water. See how it's going to run? So I think I need a little bit more water. I just want my brush to really suck that color out. There we go. And I just want it to run. And if it gets on some of that white, I'm okay with it. I can see this needs down a little bit more. I'll have to put more glue there. Run, baby. This will just add some texture to it. See how it's kind of running, and maybe a little orange with that. Okay. There you go. See how it runs? Yeah. And you also can do it this way. Just add it the opposite way. And you're getting all these fantastic lines and texture. And get it on that. I mean, look at that. And you know what would be really cool on here is once it dries a little bit, taking a like a Mod Podge or whatever with some glitter, white school glue, and then while it's wet, just sprinkle a little bit of glitter. Look at this. Ah. So, okay. So let that dry. And I'm going to fix this one piece because it's driving me bananas. And it happens. I didn't leave everything dry. I didn't, you know, before I put water on it, but it's all right. We'll just push her down. Push her down. Okay. Come on, baby. Now, that will dry fast because it's watercolor. So I'm going to take my heat gun real quick. And I just want it to dry for the most part. Really should leave it dry for a couple hours, but just to get those off. Now, you can take a marker. I'm going to use my Faber-Castell, but you can use any water marker or whatever. And I'm going to use it because it's dark and it will show up for you. I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm going to wet it. And I'm going to have it sitting here. Because these dry fast, but they're fun to play with. So, if I go down and do this, let's see. See how it like blows out? Oh, I love that. And you can really blow it out. Now it'll suck in. I didn't put gesso down. I'll have to do one when I do gesso. But it gives you a smudgy charcoaly look, you know, graphite kind of thing. And then I'm gonna go here, do it twice, and go in and wet it. And I really go in with water because it'll dry and it spreads it and dilutes it like the way I want it. Because I love it like this. Maybe I'll just do a little bit here like this on my brush for now. I just love the way it catches the edges. Ooh, do you see that go? Oh yeah. Do that again. Today allergies are bad, so excuse me. And then you can keep playing wherever you want. Put some water here. And you don't have to touch that one, just leave it be. If you want to, I want to color those in, but let's say we're going to do here. Let's just touch it. It's like running out of ink. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then I'll just go and drop. Yeah, and drop. And if you want it to run, let it run. You're just adding more. You're just adding more texture, more, like down here, for instance. This is too plain for me. So I'm just going to keep touching it. Yeah, she's running out. I got to get my other I should get out my India inks. I don't think I have any sitting here right now. Yeah, she's not working here for me. Okay. Kim. I can see you wanting it. I can see you wanting it. All right. I think we've had our fun with the pen. Okay. So you kind of get picking up what I'm putting down. I'll have to lay him like this so he works. So then I'm going to take a smaller paintbrush, like a little round tip. I'm going to go in and wet it. And like these in here, maybe I'll take like just this dark green here. And go in, and you can use a marker as well, and paint it. And paint just some random, you know, and then go in with a different color. Maybe you go in with the orange that's sitting here. And then you could do like this one. Go in this, make it, that's going to make brown in there. So if it runs, dry your brush and then go pick it up. And then dry your brush and go pick it up where it ran. It'll give you some cool texture too. And then we can go in with some lipstick red. And again, just, now you can see like not all the patterns here, and that's okay. I'm just kind of going over some of it. Doesn't have to be all of it, just a little bit to kind of add a little something. And then I can go here and add, maybe I want some orange here. See, maybe you want some more orange in here. We can go around the glitter if you want, like very randomly. So it's not so purple. Same with the other. Let's go and do this color. What color are you? Probably brown, right? Yeah, you're brown. I don't want brown. I'm a little colorblind, so you have to excuse me. What color are you? Brown as well? Yep. I don't want poopy brown. Alright, Cal. Let's just do this blue. Because there's like brown, brown, brown. I didn't know there were so many colors of brown. Maybe here we can do, and like push your round brush down. That's why I love using round brushes for this kind of stuff. Okay. All right. And you see, that's as simple as it is. When you're done, you can cut that off, let it dry, and you have this really cool little art journal page that's like abstract. So that's just a beginners to play. I have a lot of stuff coming up, so as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.